You can go anywhere to learn mortgage marketing trends. I am not trying to be your, your place you go, but let's have a chit chat about what's really going on. Mortgage rates have likely reached their peak. I mean, I really can't imagine them going much higher, but you just never know. What was really challenging, obviously, is that they're probably never going to fall back down to the twos. Maybe they will, but I mean, do we really want a pandemic in order to have that happen? They're probably is going to fall in line with historical norms, right? But when you have a 3% interest rate and then the news shows you a 7% interest rate, it's going to take the world a little while to acclimate to that kind of jump. Whereas you and I both know that a 7% interest rate isn't a ridiculous thing. And so we're probably looking at 2023 somewhere in the 5.5 to 6% as we go along. Inventory is going to continue to be tough. Why is it going to be tough? Tons of reasons for that, as you guys well know. People who are locked into a 3% interest rate are going to be a little more reticent to put their house on the market. New constructions obviously hurt us. But there are going to be a lot of people who have missed the opportunity or really have wanted since, really 2020 to move and have not had the opportunity to do so. So that will be interesting to watch, to see how tight it really is. And if we really see an appetite on the market for, for changing some of these crazy house prices that we've seen. And there's no question that that's been happening in your market. Even last year before that, where you would see houses that were, in an old neighborhood you lived in that were, twice, 3 times the price. I mean, that's just a crazy amount when it comes to the way that home prices have increased. And so we do expect to see that home sale prices are going to drop roughly by about 4% in 23. The one thing I have seen, and this is kind of an aside, is the mortgage planners who I see are doing the best job right now are those who are teaching their real estate agents how to coach up their sellers to make buying more palatable instead of just dropping that price, right? So keeping the price where it is and maybe allowing them to pay points down on the on the loan or to pay for closing costs, things like that. And then focus on technology. Obviously I sit in a weird seat since I have been yelling in a megaphone for technology for the last decade. But that all being said, this is really a time for you, yourself, and your business to double down on what technology is going to work for you. Unfortunately for you, most of you work for mortgage companies that just love to say yes to anything you ask. And that can be really challenging because you can have a multitude of ways for, your clients to apply for a loan, or what CRM you can use, or what follow-up you can use. And it's just too many choices. And what we really want to establish is what is going to work best for us, best for our business. And really learning how to use those systems, incredibly important this year. There's going to be some ways that we can use different products for different things. Obviously, the adjustable rate mortgages and temporary buy downs. I think you're going to see a lot of HELOC. So I think Q1 is probably going to be a time where your marketing can be well spent by showing people how they can take the equity out of their house to pay off their debt or things like that. So I think you're definitely going to see a lot of that in Q1. I do want to give you guys action items during this presentation because, and I refer to it lovingly as homework, but they're really just action items. And what I want you to do is, much the way that I just did, find out what's going on statistically for your city, your county, and your state. Be able to have those numbers and those analysis ready for when you're getting together with your real estate agents. It doesn't take that much work to really look like you are doing some heavy lifting for them and explaining to them what trends they can plan to see. So if you're thinking about the meetings you're going to have with agents in Q1, hopefully that's month 1. Hopefully that's this month. And you have tracked down your top 6 real estate agents. You've set up a lunch. You're walking in there. Let's have you armed with more than just, hey, lunch is on me. Let's have you showing them, this is what I see. This is what I see coming. This is what's trending. This is what our area is doing. Here are pockets of growth. Here are some builders. Let's think about how strategically we're going to go after that. So that's your number one homework for